the 28 gram protein, because by mistake also the dog should not, or dog or cat should not get overfeeding. That will result in a lot of problems. So always Mars pet nutritional standards are sticking to the Mars minimum, Mars maximum, apart from the regular whatever minimum and maximum. Okay, and as you can also know that evolution, this evolution of human beings, evolution of animals, it affects the nutritional requirements and it affects the physiology, it affects the feeding behavior also. So if you see the human being, they are omnivores. Omnivores means they can eat both the vegetarian, they can eat non-vegetarian. So they are called as omnivores. But if you see the domestic dogs are semi-carnivores. They are not 100% carnivorous. They are semi-carnivorous. Nowadays, being with the human beings, the dogs also have become almost an omnivore-like feeling. Yes, but whatever happened so far, like the revolution stuff or any other changes, modernization, globalization, whatever happened, the cats, they still remain as a carnivores. They still remain as a strict carnivores, true carnivores, because of their habit of hunting and eating the meats related substance. Okay, how now? Why cats are different? Yeah, why cats are different? Now next question should come obviously. Why would a cat should be a non-true carnivore? Yes, the answer is they are different because they need high protein requirement, high quality arginine like amino acids, taurine amino acid, and they need this preformed vitamin A, not the regular vitamin A. Do not think that if you give carrot to the cat that it will get all the vitamin A. No, and also it requires this niacin, vitamin B3, and preformed arachidonic acid. So why? You can ask me the question now, sir. All these things are available in the regular foods or food itself. Why do cats are different? What is the difference? Yes, the challenge is that these products, whatever these nutrients are available only in meat source. Exclusively the source for all the nutrients mentioned here. The source is meat. Okay. So that is the reason, that is also one of the reasons that the cats are, true carnivorous animals. They have to hunt and eat and to get their high protein requirement, arginine requirement, taurine requirement, vitamin A, preformed vitamin A, niacin and arachidonic acid. So these are all the things which makes a cat as a true carnivore or a complete non-vegetarian. So some people without knowing all these basics about the cats, they try to feed their cats with the vegetarian diet. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not telling that it will not eat or it will not survive. It will survive for some time, but continuously, if a cat is not given a non-vegetarian diet for about a month or so, okay, definitely that is going to go for a retinal degeneration because of this retinal and cardiac degeneration because of this taurine deficiency, or else it will eat its own, it will digest its own protein because of their low protein requirement. So that is why, and also the cats are, excuse me, can you all go on mute please, so that it should not disturb others. Yeah, thank you. So the next question is, okay, whether we can feed milk to cats? Yes and no. Yes, the answer yes says because you can give a little bit of milk, but not a compulsory, or it's not required at all. It's not required to any cat. We should not think immediately cat means we have to feed milk. No. Cats are very, very poor in terms of their carbohydrate digestibility. Okay, so that is what is our milk does have is the lactose, milk sugar. It's a carbohydrate. It cannot digest, it cannot properly digest the carbohydrate. So that is why we do not recommend much of the milk to dogs and for the cats. Dogs are a little bit better digestion in terms of carbohydrate, but when compared to human beings, dogs and cats are very, very limited digestion of carbohydrate is there for the in their physiological system. So we should always keep in mind that whenever you are feeding a cat, okay, know the limits, maximum how much you can feed, how much milk can be feed, whether I can ship it to this diet, whether I can give it to. So whenever you become a veterinarian, you will face all these kind of questions by the clients. Clients will ask, sir, how much milk I have, how much quantity I have to restrict, whether I can feed along with this, along with that. There will be a lot of questions. You should know all these things. Some people will come and challenge you, sir, I am I'm keeping a cat. I am not at all giving a non-vegetarian, sir. It is all completely un-vegetarian. You told that the cats cannot survive without a non-vegetarian. Definitely. Then the next question what you can ask them is whether you are monitoring your cat 24/7. Then the answer will come no. Yes. Yeah, obviously. Nobody will run behind the cat for 24 hours and watch, because the cats are true hunters also. They are hunters. When in the absence of the pet owner or like someone not at the home, they start hunting. They start eating. At least they kill cockroach and eat. They want some non-vegetarian source for their survival. They kill some other insect or any other rat or something. They try to get the non-vegetarian source. That is very, very, very important for their survival. Okay. So meat is the exclusive source I have already mentioned. So excuse me.
Any problem?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, yeah, there was a little bit network problem.
Okay.
So the meat is the exclusive source, of these mentioned nutrients. That is very much important. The next, move on to the next point is that, okay, what if you don't feed, your taurine? Taurine will lead to central retinal degeneration. Finally, your cat will end up being a blind. Okay, so taurine is very much important. And also this taurine deficiency in cats lead to DCM. But you might have studied in your medicine that cats normally does not get DCM, they get HCM, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. But still, if it's a taurine deficient cat, then definitely you can go for a dilated cardiomyopathy also. So just want you to recap the physiology of the cats. Okay, cat got 30 teeth. Okay, all sharp, designed for cutting and tearing. No sideward movements. That means it cannot grind the food. It can just cut and tear and eat. And the tooth enamel is 10 times thinner than that of humans. The enamel, enamel means that's the surrounding of the tooth. Which is enamel is 10 times thinner. So thinner means advantage of being thin enamel is that it cannot get any tooth decay problem like we get, like human beings get tooth decay problems. They don't get. Similarly, dogs also, their tooth enamel is thinner compared to humans. So they also don't get this tooth decay, all these problems. But they get gum-related diseases, gum-related problems. Okay. The sweet buds, they have the sweet buds, taste buds. Yes, dogs also has got taste buds. Cats also has got taste, but compared to human beings, they are little bit less. Okay, and no enzymes in the mouth and no carbohydrate digestion. Humans, we do have this amylase enzyme for a carbohydrate digestion quickly from the mouth itself, starting from the mouth itself. But no enzyme in the mouth of a cat. So that is why I mentioned carbohydrate is a poor digestion in cats. And it's a small stomach, very small stomach, designed for so many small meals. Okay, you cannot feed a cat with a bowl full of, big bowl full of food. No, it's a small stomach. It needs a food in a frequent quantity, and also it has got a high protein digestibility metabolism. So it can metabolize the protein very fast. It can digest the protein very fast. So it requires the protein or it requires the food at a frequent level rather than a single meal or a double meal, okay, like humans do. And also the strong, small intestine adapted for protein and fat digestion. They cannot reduce protein breakdown, so they need a protein-rich diet. So they need a very, very, very good protein-rich diet. Okay, that's very, very much important. Yes. And also, okay, cats are solitary hunters. Solitary hunters means they are highly territorial. They mark their territory and they are a threat for other. If any other cat wants to come into this territory, it makes them as a threat. It thinks them as a threat and keep their territory highly territorial. And the pattern of these cats, the beauty of these cats, cat owners might realize every day what they do, they eat, hunting, eating, sleeping. Hunting, eating, sleeping. This is the typical day of a cat. Okay, around 18 hours a day they are sleeping. Okay, and minimum 7 to 20 times, they try to hunt something and eat. This is the typical day of a cat. Okay, so mostly what happens? Their prey is smaller than them. Normally the prey is smaller. They will not go and hunt an animal which is bigger in size than the cat. You might have also seen, okay, in the cat family also. They go on solitary hunters. They go alone. They hunt and eat, and they will leftover whatever is there. They will just leave it and come. They will not store anything. And even though if they eat little bit quantity, they eat on a frequent intervals. Okay, that is where it is about the cats. And also the cats, they want to hunt even when they are not hungry. I told you, right? This character, after not many years of revolution of genetics, everything, nothing changed. The cat still wants to hunt and eat. Okay, and they want the food at body temperature, like immediately hunt and eat that blood temperature is required for them. So the point here I want to mention is that cats are different. They need different nutrients. They are feeding pattern is different. Their physiology is different. They are not humans, and they are not dogs also. They are different. Okay, please do keep it in mind. They are different in terms of their physiology, in terms of their genetics makeup, and in terms of their behavior also. So cats are different. Yeah. Now let's see some of the, and also they seek variety. Okay, they seek variety. They don't want to eat the same thing on a same day, regular day basis. Okay, this is all about cats. Now let's go to the dogs. Okay, dogs, the beauty of the dogs is that they have a smell of sniffing capacity 10,000 times more sensitive than humans. That is why what we cannot detect by just smell, the dogs can easily detect. 10,000 times. Imagine the smell of sense. Okay, sense of smell is 10,000. That much amount of sensory neurons and the sense of smell, olfactory receptors are there for them. And 42 designed for cutting, tearing and grinding. They can grind the food and eat. Okay, and the tooth enamel is also approximately 5 times thinner, and they don't get much of tooth decay and cavity problems, but they do get the gum related problems, gingivitis, all those problems happens. And the fewer taste bites, yes, of course, whatever taste we feel, humans feel, they don't feel. Small amount of carbohydrate can be digested, but not like human beings, no. Very, very expandable stomach that copes with large meal. This point is very important. Many people will ask you, sir, how many times I have to feed my dog? Or madam, how many times I have to feed my dog? Okay, you have to be very much clear in terms of answering. The dog has a very good or expandable stomach. It can have the entire whole day meal at a single time also. This habit is because of their ancestors. Dogs are descended from wolves. Okay. So the wolves, what they do, they go for hunting. But unlike the cats, the wolves go in a pack. The wolves, they never go alone for a hunting procedure. Okay, they hunting process. They go in a pack and they try to hunt a bigger animal than them because the competition is high. Already 10 people are there for a hunters and only one prey is there. So now you want to hunt the animal. After hunting, what happens? There comes the competition for food. In cat case, cat go alone, kill one animal, eat that animal, throw it away and come back. But in case of dogs, dogs or wolves, they go in a pack, they hunt the animal. Now one food is there, one plate of biryani is there, but 10 people are sitting around the biryani. So the competition for food is come. So whoever eats faster, whoever eats more gets more. Whoever eats slower or whoever eats less gets less. So that is where from there only the competition, this capacity of expanding the stomach, or to have a single meal at a big quantity also does not matter for a dog. So for adult dog, ideally even one meal is also enough, and two meals also enough, three meals also enough. If you are a working parent, working pet parent, if you are going morning and coming, morning and evening twice feeding is enough. Or if you want to just one time feed, yeah, you can do that. See, the dog one time, whatever, if suppose 300 kilocalories, 3000 kilocalories energy requirement for day, you feed everything in the morning only. That's enough, more than enough. Okay, so that is how it is different from cats. Okay, highly dependent on other for survival. Yes, they want to live with the humans, they want to be with their friends, they want to live in a pack. So yeah, this allows big meal. As I already mentioned, they go and hunt in a group. Okay, so they sleep, they do very less activity, and the dogs are not so much worried about the temperature of the food, unlike cats. Cats will like the temperature of the food at the body temperature, but dogs are not the preference like in terms of temperature for food. Yeah. Now the point which I want to make you understand very clearly is that the entire physiology, I did not talk entire differences between dogs and cats. I just gave a very few examples and differences between a dog and cat. So the dogs are unique in terms of physiology, in terms of like their nutritional requirements, in terms of their behavior. They are unique. And similarly, the cats are unique. Cats are unique in terms of nutrition, in terms of genetics, in terms of behavior. The cats are unique. Now let us compare these two people, like these two animals, these two pets with the human beings. Okay, yes, human babies and dogs and cats are not the same. They are different. How does it different? A small puppy grows 12 times faster than a human baby. 12 times, imagine 12 times faster growth rate is there. See, you can say a human being or a boy becomes adult when at the age of 20 years. After his teenagers, he becomes adult. Okay. Or else you can call it as athletes, like once they become sexually mature, they become adult. But in case dogs, if you see that their sexual maturities are 6 months to 8 months. Yeah. So if you see the development or the growth is a very faster, 12 times higher, 12 times faster than the human beings when you compare with the human. So imagine when you feed a Cerelac, what is meant for a human being to a puppy, whether will it meet the nutritional requirement? I don't think so. When you feed the same food what is given for a baby, when you are feeding the same to a dog or a cat, whether is it okay for them, is it enough for them? I don't think so. It's not the right. So here in unique ways, dogs are different, cats are different, human beings are also different, and nutritional consumption also will vary. For a adult human, how much is required will vary, and adult dog, how much is required for a baby. Yeah, just these are only for your information. How dog and cat can see. Okay, whether they can see all the colors? No, they cannot see all the colors, but they can see in a grayish tone. That means red and green color may look almost similar for them. Red and green color may. So you can see the picture and compare, like how human beings see and how a dog may see. This is how it is. Yeah. Yes, but don't imagine or don't succumb to the fact that it's not true that dogs can only see in black and white. No, dogs can see colors, but they cannot differentiate too much between the variations. Like red and green, almost similar for them. Okay, yeah. Sorry. And see the smell. In terms of smell also, the nerve endings for a beagle dog, you get 450 millions sniffing. You can see the omoronasal organ and its capacity, 450 million nerves, 6 million nerve endings. Okay, so much are there. So that is why the sniffing capacity is great. Cats, it's just 140 millions, and man, it's just 9 million. Imagine, that's why I told 10,000 times their capacity of sniffing is great. Yeah. And the taste, if you see the taste in terms of taste, humans, their ability to, difference between the taste is very much higher compared to the dogs and cats. As you can see in the picture, 9,000 taste buds are available for human beings and only 1,700 for dogs and only 500 for a cat. So they don't prefer too much taste. So don't think that we have to add too much masala to the food of a dog and cat. It's required for human being only to differentiate between. Yes. And you can see this slide. Okay, this slide I want to show you that dogs need more than human beings. That's what, as I clearly mentioned, the requirement for vitamin E 1.5 times, vitamin D 1.5 times, calcium 2 times, iron 2 times, more times, 3 times or more phosphorus, zinc 3 times, iodine 4 times, selenium 4 times, like copper, vitamin A. All these things are, higher requirement in terms of a dog. And if you see, compare with the, puppy, baby also, the requirement of the nutrition, zinc, selenium, protein, copper, calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, all very much higher in puppies when you compare to. So, human food or a dog, it's not equally good for a cat or a dog because they are unique. Yes. Now, next point is that protein quality. What protein of diet you are giving? What diet of protein, quality of the protein contains. So the protein quality depends upon two major reasons or factors. One is that one factor is that it's the digestibility. How good is the digestibility? Whether it's 100% digestible, 70%, 50%, or more digestible? Yes. How good is it? Then second is the amino acid profile. What is the amino acid building blocks that a protein contains? So here, highest quality protein, normally what happens, egg, milk, they are highly digestible. Muscle meat from the bird and mammal, connective tissue, they are next level of digestion. Vegetable and plants are third level of digestion. So this is for your, general understanding. Normally non-vegetarian sources with high biological values, they get properly digested or easily digested. And the egg is the highly digestible, very, very good protein. Egg protein is a very easily digestible. Yes. So now let's see, there is a two pet products are available. Okay, now let's compare two dry food pet foods companies. Product A contains suppose higher amount of 20% protein, and product B contains 24% protein. Normally, if I ask you this question to anyone, they will immediately say, "Sir, 24% is good. 24% is good." But no, it is not about the quantity of the protein, it's always about the quality of the protein. So the quality means digestibility and the amino acid profile. How good is the digestibility? So if even if it's a 22% protein, no problem, but the quality of the food determined by the digestibility factor, okay, and the amino acid profile. So how come you can define the digestibility? Digestibility you can define by how much amount of protein that is eating. Suppose 100 gram is protein eating. How much is absorbed, digested, absorbed into the system, and how much goes as a waste. Suppose if a dog eats 100 gram protein, 85 gram digested and absorbed, it's a very good quality protein. And then only 50 gram protein is come out, it's okay, it's a normal. But suppose if a dog eats 100 gram, 60 only is absorbed, 40 is coming out, then it is not as well. It's not a high quality protein. Okay, so that's all. As I clearly mentioned, each ingredient, each ingredient what we add in the pet food also matters. You can see this milk, egg white is the 100% digestible. After that, you can also see the meat and chicken or any other meat is the 90% digestible. Muscle meat is the 94% digestible. Organ meat is 90%. Fish is at 75%. Milk is at 90%. Remaining all your vegetables like wheat is 60%, corn, maize is around 60%. So they are very poor in terms of their digestibility. So what it makes also their quality of the protein also breaks down. Okay. So digestibility is very, very much important. And now the question is, why do you have to protein? Why everybody talks about protein, man? Yeah. In case of dogs and cats, okay, at least 30 to 35% of the dietary protein what they eat. Suppose if a dog eats 100 gram protein in a day, around 30 grams of the protein only just used mainly for maintenance, only for maintaining their sperm counts. importance of the protein. Yes. There are no benefits of feeding high protein or excess protein. Okay, that's a very, very important point. If you are eating high quality protein, so high quality protein, it's a very good, but high quantity protein, not at all recommended. Not at all recommended. Excess protein will lead to problems only, unless it will, otherwise it will not give you any benefits. Okay. So the protein digestibility, very, very much important. So based on the protein digestibility only also, in the market also, you get to, categorize the pet foods. If the economy brand, we have a champion, one brand is the economy brand. It's got 76% digestibility only. And we have a supermarket brand, we have a supermarket or grocery brand, we have pedigree. Pedigree is around 75-80% of digestibility, 80% digestibility is a pedigree. Then we have around a premium range, pedigree professional we have. It's around 85% digestibility. And we have around IMs. IMs one product is there, pet food. That's around 90% digestibility. Then you see that Royal Canin, Hills and some other, super premium brands, the digestibility is more than 95%. Then definitely they are super premium brands and their pricing also accordingly varies. So that is the importance of, this digestibility. You should understand what is the protein digestibility. Then let's move on to the fat. Okay, fat, the sources of fat and I don't want to show you. Okay, there are this omega-3 fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, that's very much important. This omega-3 fatty acid is very, very, very important. You might have listened in a lot of advertisements also, taller, stronger, stronger. Okay, it's very much important for the healthy development of the brain and eyes. This omega-3 is very, very, very essential for the healthy development of the brain and eyes. Okay, yeah. So the fat is very much important for the other properties like vitamin A, fat soluble vitamin deficiency, it will take care, and also it will not cause any skin and coat problem. It will also probably properly keep the body weight. It can also help in terms of the fertility. So if you not provide enough fat, all other problems like fat vitamin deficiency, poor skin and coat, loss of body weight, impaired, these things may happen. Okay. So next goes to the carbohydrate. So the carbohydrate, we have a classification: absorbable carbohydrate, digestible, fermentable, non-fermentable. Okay. So just don't imagine too much on that piece. So dietary fiber. So one of the complicated or complex carbohydrate is that fiber. This fiber, what is the fiber? Fiber, everybody talks about fiber. What is the advantage of fiber? Fiber's advantage is to assist the digestive health. It will help or support the digestive health. It can also increase the fecal bulk. It will increase the fecal quality. And also it will prevent the constipation because of the peristaltic movement. It will take care of the peristaltic movement in the intestine. So it will prevent the constipation. So it also promote the colonization of beneficial gut bacteria. Because this fiber can become a food for those good bacteria and they become a increased number of beneficial. So this fiber can act in two ways. One is the mechanical way of just promoting the the peristaltic movement, and also by microbiologically being a food for a prebiotic, for a good bacteria which is inside our system. Okay, and these are some of the benefits. Now let's move on to the final topic, is the micronutrients. Micronutrients means the nutrients which are required in a very smaller quantity or micro quantity. They are called as micronutrients. Okay, there are a lot of many functions. You might have all studied. I don't want to repeat it. Finally comes to the water. Water is one of the very much underrated and a very, very important nutrient. So how much water requirement for a dog or a cat? You can see 1:1. 1 ml water per 1 ml kilocalorie energy. Now you can calculate. Suppose a dog you are calculating a dog around 2000 kilocalorie energy dog required. Then 2000 ml of water the same dog requires. If a dog requires 3000 kilocalorie energy, 3000 ml of water. If the dog requires 4000 kilocalorie energy, 4000 ml of water. Accordingly, so the water should be available always at the premises where the pets are living. So there should not be any restriction in water drinking. And it's very much important for the maintenance and other stuff. Okay. Now let's see the some of the raw materials. There are egg powders, sodium nitrate, poultry meal, corn gluten, wheat. So many different raw materials are available. So I am just wanted to tell you that this pedigree is one of the company which reject lot of maize. It rejects lot of maize because of this toxicity levels. Okay, these mycotoxin levels, this maize is getting rejected, and those quality maize rejected also sometimes being used in human foods is the pathetic. And I want to tell you is that whatever raw materials that is coming to Mars factory, they are all definitely they have to meet our Mars pet nutritional standards. If not, they will be thrown out immediately. Okay. Yeah. So here, which I want to tell is that we need many ingredients. Okay, we need many ingredients, or we have to live in mutuality. What happens if you see the present day? All the pet foods are coming up with the chickens. All the pet foods are coming up with fish. What happens? The fish and the chicken is not only the food for dogs. It is also food for human beings. Okay. What is if you deplete all the sources of chicken and fish? Where go for a fish and chicken? Yeah, that is a challenge. So to live in mutuality, to coexist with people, not to compete. Mars as a standard, or Mars as a responsible company. We have taken initiatives to reduce the plastics. That is one thing. Our recyclable practice we are planning to do. Second thing, we are actually also not competing. Suppose we are planning to stop all the fish based products which are used for human consumption. If the fish is used for human consumption, definitely that will not be used for a pet food factory. Okay. So this is some of the important things about the dogs and cats. Then we go to the life stage. There are life stages of the different life stages. Life stages means puppy stage, adult stage, senior stage. Okay. Different breeds will attain their different life stages at different point of time. Suppose if there are different breeds, Thai breeds are there, then small breeds are there, then medium breeds are there, large breeds are there, giant breeds are there. Okay, so this is how the ladder goes in terms of life stage. And pregnancy and lactation is one of the important life stages where it requires most amount of nutrients. So here during the pregnancy and the lactation, the dog or cat requires very higher level of nutrient because it also needs nutrients for the maintenance and also it needs nutrients for their developing baby inside. So very much important. So normally what they say around 3 times higher the nutritional requirement for a regular yes.